Hey, welcome to the draw number 8, game number 4 for the women. The first of 2 matches on the women's side today on moving day, Saturday, March 18th. Today we've got 2 San Francisco teams out of Mopac. We have Sarah Walsh rink, San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club, versus the Adriana Camarena rink, also out of the San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club. So a unique matchup with 2 Mopac teams facing each other. I expect to have a big watch party out in San Francisco to see this game. I'd like to welcome on board Chris Horak, my compadre.
Good morning, Steve. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, and we join the game already in progress. First stone for the Camarena rink has been, or for the Walsh rink has been placed as a guard. The Camarinas are sweeping hard here.
So as we get underway, I know we have 14 watching now, but I know we'll be growing over the course of this game. You know, let us know you're here. Throw up any questions you have in the chat. We're featuring this game versus 2 San Francisco Bay Area teams. We'll do updates across all of the sheets, however, so if you're interested in a different team and following them, we'll let you know the scores. Just let us know who you're rooting for. Both of these teams are 1 and 2 right now, so somebody's going to come away with a winning record, or a tied record, I guess. They're both in the same pool.
Both competing for a spot in their pool playoff. And another guard up front. Finding their weights, finding their line. See who gets to the middle first now. Camarena rink with hammer. Looking to get around that guard, get a rock in play in the house.
There's still plenty of time if you're watching at home here in the local area, Wausau. Come on down, and there's a few places left in the stands. We've got beautiful stadium seating behind big glass, so you get some firsthand viewing. $5 will get you in for the whole day.
Camarena rink makes a beautiful draw around. Hides under cover of the 2 red and 1 yellow rock and sitting in front. Walsh looking to follow that down and sit in a little bit better position. Try to get to the 4-foot red circle. Possibly even the 1 foot at this point. Sweepers are saying it's looking pretty good weight-wise. Don't need to sweep for weight. The only reason they'd start sweeping here would be possibly for line. How much it's curling. Nice finish to the stone here. Looking for a piece of that 1 foot. Put right there, right on the tee line.
Katie Feldman, how are you doing? She's jumping on the stream. She's got the California Bear. Go California. Hard to not win something there.
Camarena rink sweeping hard here. Thinks it needs it. For line or for weight. Think it's going to be okay on the right? No. Keep sweeping it right down to the other one here.
Katie would be happy. I don't know if it was last night. I forget, these streams run together a little bit, but we were talking about the Wine Country Curling Club Bonspiel, the Crush. That came up in conversation.
Yep. Very popular from what I understand.
Very popular.
I think anytime you have drinking involved with curling, you're going to have fun.
I think, Chris, you need to be a little louder. That's what I'm getting from upstairs. I turned your mic up already.
Okay. Is that a little better? I can speak up a little bit too. The Walsh rink here, trying to follow down. Looks like they're just playing right on top of that next rock. Trying to cover up their point. Nice guard there. blocker to keep the yellow from getting in. Yellow's probably going to go peel something off here. Open it up. They have the hammer, last stone at the end. They're going to throw peel shot or take out. Try and rattle some things up on top. Open up so they can get some access to that with their final stone.
California chatters are heating up. Crush registration will open in May. And, is that San Francisco Curling Club Bonspiel called the Barrel? Tony? That sounds fun.
Does that roll out the barrel?
That would be a Wisconsin thing. Chris needs to put Mike closer to the mouth. Fine-tuning all the nuances of our broadcast out loud. You get an inside view of just how to do a live stream.
The Walsh rink trying to put up another blocker here. Another guard. Come right down on top of that yellow. A little separation there so they can't just run that straight back. They're going to come from the other side now. Side we haven't seen played yet this end. Third's first stone for the Camarena rink. Looking to move some granite up front here. Opens things up a little bit. Got a couple in line now. Got a little bit of an opening to the 4 foot. Walsh looking to put up another guard tight to the house. Third for the Walsh rink, second stone. Sweepers think it's there. Waiting on the line, waiting for it to make that swing and curl. Pretty handily placed stone, just right about where she wanted it. Couldn't have picked it up and set it there much better.
As one of our famous curlers would say here in Wausau, hand placed.
Are you referring to the illustrious Cal Tilish?
Captain Curling himself.
Captain Curling. Unfortunately, Cal's not able to make any of the broadcasts this year. Miss him here at the curling club. He's had some personal issues to take care of. And we'll welcome him back with open arms. Spent a lot of time doing our Badger State games broadcasts all on his own. Only commentator at the time.
He was a roaming reporter out on those ice sheets.
Yeah, he'd be talking to anybody he could, as long as he didn't have a cord on that microphone. Once they cut the cord on it, it was even better. He got off to different sheets all the time. Here we go. Looks like we're going to play a little bit of a run, possibly. Third, second shot for the Camarena rink. A little weight, you can see the girls are jogging next to the stone, so there's a little more speed on this stone than we've seen. Everything's been pretty much draws and guards, and now we're going to throw a little hotter stone. Move that guard out of the way.
Spin in, but will it stick?
Nope, neither one of them actually. The red rolled off the top and the yellow rolled out the back. So red's going to throw up another guard the way it looks. And try and hide another 1 year. Seeing about 6 feet of curl today, 6.5 feet. May increase slightly over the length of the game as the pebble wears down a little bit. And we talk about the pebble as the texture or surface of the ice, small droplets that are spread out there in a very scientific manner. Ice makers take great pride in making the rocks curl and giving curlers still some good speed to the stones and almost perfect ice every draw.
And speaking of ice, we do have National Ice Tech Sean Olson doing his magic out this week. He and his crew taking over the ice here at the Wausau Curling Center and produced championship ice with the USCA competition stones that were textured just ahead of the event. So they're playing with all of the nuances of a championship event, minus sensor handles.
Yeah, and you referred to that in the last broadcast that they're just taking a break from using those due to the technology changes, and they're updating those stones, or the handles, I should say.
Well, it's costly to keep them maintained, number one. They always have an issue with one of them breaking during an event. Number two, finicky. You know, they just, apparently there's in the pipeline some technology that'll come through in the near future. You'd think, you know, we put in our pocket these fancy computers that do everything for us. You'd think we could have some technology that works in a rock handle.
Camarena's first stone. Playing down to try and get around that guard. Possibly get back to the shot stone. Ooh. Interesting. So Walsh could try and put another guard up there, I believe. Try and ride that 1 point home. Put that on the scoreboard.
Definitely.
Early in the game, it's not about as many points as you can score, but how you read the ice, read the speed and the curl.
Randy Brander's out in Arizona. He just chatted us up. He's enjoying the sun. And a little baseball, I'm sure.
Bring some of that back with you, Randy. Bring some of that sunshine back.
Just put it in your pocket, hop on the plane, bring it back. We need it.
Walsh's guard is going to be a little high, but it's about where they need it for line. Cover up that red-yellow combination back to the one on the 1 foot.
It's a lot of rock that we're looking at right now. I don't know if there's a path to remove red.
Well, they're looking at a possibility of a chipping on off of one of their own. I believe there's a shot off of the red one. Also, either that yellow she's pointing at right now, or the red.
That yellow has a guard way out in front that I'm not sure.
I think they think they can get around the guard with the when it's curling.
Or that yellow, excuse me, has a guard way out in front. So they're shooting at red. Gotcha.
I believe they may be shooting that yellow in the 12 foot.
I suppose with that broom, probably right. That's a long roll.
That is a long roll. Stone underway. Camarena rink trying to make a hit and roll to the back toward the center of the sheet. With an outside rock, chip it over. Roll the shooter.
Oh, look at this shot.
Don't sweep it. Gonna sweep it right through. Oh, wow, what an attempt. Beautiful shot. Almost accomplished what they were looking for. Was actually right there. Just rolled a little bit too far.
a double hit there.
So Walsh with the steal. Goes up 1-0 after one.
Sheet A, we have Politano out of Ardsley versus Kraus out of Minnesota. And they went ahead and blanked the first end. And in the big game on Sheet C, we have Segovia from Houston Curling Club out of versus Swiss Helm out of Detroit. And Segovia comes out strong, scores her deuce to go up 2-0 over Ann Swiss Helm. Sheet D, we have Yapel out of the Chicago Curling Club versus Bowman out of Grand Forks. Yapel came through with a single in the first end to go up 1-0. Sheet E, we have the hometown Wausau curlers. Lisa Landon versus Kono out of Mopac. Landon came through with a 1 in the first end to go up 1-0. Sheet F, we have Mandy Hampton, who pulled herself out of the game last night. She is back in versus Smith, 3-0 from Denver. It looks to be that Mandy Smith is feeling better. She scored 4 in the first end. Mandy Hampton. Thanks, Chris. Mandy Hampton feeling better, scoring 4 in the first end, but 4-0 over Smith. It's a big game. Mandy is 2-1 with her loss last night. And Smith has not lost.
Looking to turn the tables there.
Well, 4 in the first end is that's big.
It is. Back to our featured game. Walsh Camarena. Walsh up 1 after with a steal 1 in the first end. 1 rock being played by each team. Walsh is guard just over the hog. Camarena's through to the top 8 foot. Looks like Walsh is going to set up possibly another guard. Doesn't look like a real quick stone here. Leaves it just short of the house. Very nice shot. Camarena's throw here. Looks like it might catch that second guard just a little bit. Roll over. Raised it straight up. That's victim of the tick. Tick rule instituted this year as experimental. So that rock gets replaced as if it was not played as a violation of that tick rule. Second for Team Walsh for Stone. Playing the other side of the ice. Changed up the turn. First time out here on this side. Oh. Just didn't touch the stone.
No, it didn't look like it. The
got
broom went flying, yeah.
A little jettison of the broom. And just a little tick on the yellow pushes it out and open on the other side, but leaves their rock open. Carena's playing down. Fairly narrow broom, looks like a solid hit.
Chris, I'll ask you a little officiating question because I remember the scenario as it was presented when I took officiating class. So you're in the sheet next to a game going on. You're delivering your rock, and a broom comes flying from the other sheet and hits your stone. What's the ruling?
I believe any influence from outside your sheet, the stone could be replayed.
If you want to, right?
If you choose to, if you desire to, yes. Most people would probably do so if it affected the outcome of the shot. Some of the people let it play out. It's not a guarantee on which way it's going to go. It's more of a personal choice, but a lot of times that shot is replayed. Only a few times in curling that you're allowed to redo or mulligan as in golf. Walsh's fourth rock at the end coming down the sheet here. Camerena's tip that red over and roll to the side. Looking at just to see the yellow juggle it out a little bit farther when you get it. Looking to draw the top four here right next to that red rock and just around that red-yellow combination. Trying to get to shot rock. A little deeper than they wanted, didn't kind of curl up. Back to 6 feet farther than they wanted it to go.
Moving up on the streamers, we have 65, so welcome to the 2023 USA Curling Club National Championship from Wausau Curling Center, OHC Club here in Wausau, Wisconsin. If you got any teams you're interested in, let us know. We'll keep you updated as they change. We're featuring 2 MOPAC teams, Walsh versus Camarena, but we'll update on all the sheets as it happens.
So Walsh placed their stone where Camarena was looking to go on their last shot. Now Camarena is looking to possibly replace that stone. That red rock that just got laid on top of that 4-footer red circle. Third with her first stone. Keep the rock straight here. They moved it off. Got back to count. Counting their yellow stone as 1. Looking to replace that rock on the top 4-foot. Trying to steal another stone.
Line weight.
It's pretty close. Might be a little bit deep. Might be back of the 1, back of the 4 here. But count.
Definitely something to come down to, though. Now.
Yep, that's a friendly rock for yellow because it gives you a stopping point. You can throw just a touch more weight and not have to be so precise.
Yeah. Behind the tee is helpful for sure.
For the opposition.
Exactly.
Camerena's second stone. Good to them. Well, they're going to sweep it here a little bit. They want to get pulled right around that red-yellow combination if they can, and right to the top of the 1 foot. Center circle with the, ooh, came right down to it, just bumped it back a little bit. Sit and count, and actually 2. 1, 2.
Again, this path is going to get traveled a little bit.
Sarah Walsh for first of 2. Trying to hide something in there and try and steal again. Johnny gets 2. One of the few left-handed curlers here.
Our second left-handed game.
Yeah, second left-handed skips.
Drew's out of Broomstone's also a lefty. A southpaw, if you will.
Doesn't matter which hand you use as long as you make your shots. They're looking to draw this in, just to curl a little bit more. Sit right on top of that yellow stone. Just a little bit of motion there. It's a big opportunity for yellow here if they can get just to the inside of that red stone she just threw, Sarah Walsh just threw, and get just a little bit of a roll toward the center line where they're showing with the broom. They have a chance for a multiple end.
Yeah, it's looking good for Camarena. That red rock sat just a little outside of the other, so.
Left the inside exposed enough that she can get in there and jostle things around.
Some may be wondering why there's 2 MOPAC teams in the Club Nationals. It's because the region with the most entrants into the playdown gets a reward. It's another team.
Yeah, based on the amount of entries per region, some of those, sometimes there's 2 Wisconsin teams, sometimes there's 2 Minnesota teams. We have 2 Wisconsin teams because we have a host club team. I'm assuming these 2 played each other in the playdowns for their region.
Couldn't get to the nose.
Ooh. Unfortunate. Didn't get quite enough curl. Now red sitting 1, yellow sitting 2. So red looking at some other opportunities and decides to close it off, try and steal that 1, ride that 1 home again. In play. Teams are feeling each other out, trying to figure out who's going to play what and what strategies they need to score some points. Two sweepers are looking for some guidance from the third. Third calls them on and off. On and off.
Sweepers just want to sweep. Go, go, go.
Very nicely placed. Very good sweeping. Drew that rock right in. Waited till it started to hook up and carried it to where they needed to finish. Trying to hide that stone.
Closed the big door to that button.
Camarena is going to go to the other side of the sheet and try and draw in. Catch a piece of that 1 foot. Coming around her yellow. Possible shot. Pretty small target to get to. always the option if she gets a little bit inside to rub her yellow rock back if you can catch enough of it. But I think she wants to get there clean right at the tee line and be touching the 1 foot, that grayish area with the 100th anniversary for the Wausau Curling Club.
Not much sweeping going on. They're ready though.
Now they're going hard now.
Now it's curling. Did they wait too long?
Possibly.
Yep.
Crash the guard on top outside the house. So 1 red.
Well,
2-0 Walsh versus Camarena. Walsh up 2. On steals both ends. Kill the bandit masks and their little guns. They're robbing the bank.
in the sheet A, Politano from Ardsley versus Kraus from Minnesota. Second end, looks like Kraus came and scored 1. 1 to nothing over Politano. Politano and Segovia played last night, and they came out on the losing end of that, Segovia winning. And Segovia on playing now on sheet C. We don't have an update yet, but we expect one soon. Over Swiss Elm. Sheet D, Yapel out of the Chicago Curling Club versus Bowman out of Grand Forks. Yapel extends her lead to 3-0 with a deuce in the second end. And, sheet E, Landon versus Kono. Kono after 4 in the first, Landon answers with 1 in the, nope, wrong way around. Kono with 1 in the first, Landon answers with, no. Landon scored 1 in the first. Kono answers with 4 in the second. So 4-1 Kono out of Seattle. Should be some happy people there. Sheet F, big game, Smith versus Hampton. Hampton came out with 4 in the first end, but Smith answers with 4 in the second end. That's impressive. Tied at 4 after 2.
Big swings. Big swings in these
games. That's a battle for first place. Smith can keep first place and go undefeated, or Hampton can force a tie at the top of the standings.
Back to our feature sheet. Walsh threw up a center guard on their first stone, and they're looking for another close by center guard. Camarena went to draw the side of the house to set up a split house, and their rock just drifted through the house. Walsh's second rock comes to rest a little bit farther out than what she was looking for. She was looking to be about 6 inches to a foot off of the circles. The sweepers got it as far as they could, and Camarena changes her strategy up here. She was drawing to where she has her broom on the last shot, and now with the double red guard, looking to go underneath and try and hide her yellow and try and put multiple in together that way.
She saw Sarah Walsh basically steal 2 ends.
Yep, playing the exact same strategy here. Oh, when they just got a little inside to tick that rock over. And once again, that tick rule moves that rock back into play and removes the Yellowstone like it's never been thrown.
Quick update on sheet C, Segovia versus Swiss Helm. Second end ended. Segovia is up 2-1. Swiss Helm came back with a 1 in the second end. So Segovia 2, Swiss Helm 1. That is also a tight game, close game, important game at the top of the standings. Both of those teams are 2-1.
Looking to move up the ladder to hopefully get into a tiebreaker or second all by themselves. Walsh Stone coming in. Third rock at the end. Actually over curling and coming out the other side behind the cards. Can actually get hit from the other side. Camarena going to looking for a hit here, possibly a roll under cover, roll behind those guards. Looking for a slight hit off the center. On the inside. They're swooping hard early. Looking to keep that rock straight. It is curling on them. And they're going to catch that top guard. Walsh is probably going to put up another guard the way it's been playing. It's been her strategy is hide that one and just bank it home. Camerona's looking at the house there, studying where she want to go next. Fourth rock of the end for Walsh. Coming down. Looking to cover up this stone. Looks like it might end up over curling a little bit here. Looks more like house weight. It's going to get underneath that center guard. High on the house. Slightly covered. Leaves the primary stone still open. Come down to. She's going to. Camarena's going to play a draw down to the inside of that stone. Try an airlock on the inside. Sweeper's telling him it's good weight, plenty of weight. Take it on the outside of the stone. The weight was pretty good, just did not curl up like they thought it would there. Might have been just a little heavy for what they were looking for. Walsh's first rock of the thirds. Looks like that one might be curling a little hot here. Moving fast. There's one thing about competitive ice, it moves. Those rocks curl.
Well, and you know, at the beginning of the tournament, we had 7 feet of curl, and I don't know if that's calmed down much at all.
We're looking about 6.5 right now. 6.5. Trying to go to that red stone, and I don't know if that's even enough room. The last rock was right about there and finished where she wants to be. Camarena trying to follow that stone down, get around that guard and down to the stone in the house. Oh, beautiful shot. Right where she wanted to be. Right where she called it. For a second count. Walsh taking all of 6 feet for this turn. This shot. Almost standing on the sideline.
Yeah, fresh pebble out there.
You can see it do a couple different things. It's going to start curling a little earlier, and it curl farther. Followed right down. Changing up her shot there. Trying to show her players which is shot rock. And trying to figure out how they're going to get to where they want to be. Second rack of the third position for the Camarena rank. Looking to draw down T-weight. Just to the inside of that red stone, sitting out just out the 4 foot. So it looks to be curling quite a bit. They're sweeping hard.
Yeah, it's curling hard.
Yep, it is. And they caught the guard next time. Maybe a little later than what they're looking for. Curled a little bit faster and sooner. Looks like Walsh is switching things up here. Going to come to them from the other side and see if she can't get to the touch that 1 foot or close off the house, so Camarena cannot get in there. Walsh is first of 2. Just looking to cover up that 1 foot. Little over curl there. Makes it tougher though. Half a stone. Camarena now trying to get that on the other side and try to get a piece of that 4 foot. If not, touch the 1. You get right on top of the 1 foot or the pin.
2 shots to generate something. Otherwise, it looks like another steal in the works.
Smiles before the shot.
It's good.
Smiles after the shot.
Yeah.
It's only a 2-point game at this point.
Exactly.
Sweeping early, thinking they need more weight to get there.
Just crossing the hog line.
It looks like it's going to just get to the top guards here.
Yeah, fortunate.
Needed about 6 more feet out of hand. Sweepers can do a lot of sweeping and drag that rock a long way. Increase the amount of travel that stone has. But, a good sweeper can add a few feet. It's not like you can drag it the whole sheet.
A lot of times too, when it swings so much, it's a little, you know, if you get them sweeping before that break, you can drag a little farther and then catch that break, catch that curl.
Most definitely. Keep the speed up until you need it to curl. One sweeper jumping early here. Looks like they're trying to get it to curl in.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, beautiful shot. Wow, that's where you wanted to be.
That was a great shot. Skinny, that top yellow rock on the top of the 12.
Incredible finish on that stone to get over a foot behind that yellow. That top guard that they just cleared. They're a full stone, almost stone and a half behind there in 6 feet.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. A lot of curl.
A sideways motion. Well, they're going to try and follow that down and hopefully out-count one or both of those stones with their hammer here. Camarena. Positive release. That's sweepers on it already.
Keep it straight.
It's pretty close to the last stone. Just got to get around their own.
And did. Is it enough? Is it too much?
Oh, wow.
It was a great attempt.
Yeah, beautiful attempt. Cut them to one. Looks like one red. Steal again.
Great attempt, but just not enough to count.
Walsh up 3-0 after 3. A steal of one in each of the ends, consecutive ends. Camarena making a fantastic shot to cut them to one.
She's got to feel good about that, but she'll retain the hammer in the fourth end, last end before the fourth end break, looking to generate some offense. Update on sheet D: Yapel versus Bowman. The third end, Bowman came back and scored 3 to tie it up. Now 3-3, Yapel versus Bowman. And that's on sheet A. We got Politano versus Kraus. In the third end, Napolitano scored 1 to knot it up at 1. Close game there versus Kraus from Minnesota. Kraus sitting at 1 and 2. Politano sitting at 2 and 1. Sheet C, we have an update, a big update. Segovia versus Swiss Helm. Segovia in the third end scores 4 to go up 3-1 over Ann Swisshelm from Detroit. Both of those teams are 2 and 1. Sheet F, Hampton versus Smith, another big matchup. Hampton came back in the third end with 2. Now 6-4 over Smith. The Wausau hometown host birth team versus Kono from Seattle. The third end, Landon came back and scored a deuce. Still down 4-3 now to Kono. Want to welcome all the watchers, 73 of you now apparently. 2023 USA Curling Club National Championship from the Wausau Curling Center. We're doing updates across all the sheets, but our featured game here is 2 teams from MOPAC and also from the San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club. Camarena versus Walsh. Walsh with a 3-point lead after 3 straight steals, now playing the fourth end.
Walsh's second shot on a tight guard. Very close to the house. Camarena's first shot draw to the tee line on the 8-foot. And looking to, she was going to take a look to see if that was on the house. And I think the other skip said, no, it's not. So she's leaving that stone alone. Red Rock.
A lot of trust.
I think she might take a look at it now, what she's got in there. I think one of her front end players asked, is that on the house? So she was going to take a look, and then she decided to take a look at the shot. May actually just come to rest on top of that stone.
And it looked, yeah. Did it nudge it enough? They're looking.
Yep. Sarah's taking a look at that. You see the clock running behind for red. That is a thinking time. Anytime there's a stone in motion, the clocks are frozen. And when it's your turn to throw, that clock starts as soon as the previous shot ends. Walsh utilizing a much better clock management. At this point, at over 3-minute differential.
Sweeping very hard.
Walsh's second must have known she was a little bit inside on that shot. Asking for the sweep, yelling for the sweep ahead of time. Ahead of their skip. And Camarena trying to sneak around those top 2 rocks, top 3 stones.
Real light on this, just a clean.
Back 12. Not a horrible shot. Gives you something in play. Puts you in a scoring position. Makes Walsh have to think a little bit about what she's going to do, where she's going to go. House gets a little smaller as the yellow rocks start to swing in there. Second for Walsh.
That one might be on now.
I believe that finally touched that red stone enough times with the combination yellow-red there to raise that on the circle. Just a biter. Rock's going to come back and rest almost on that other stone. And give a little tap. Okay, so yellow sitting 2. Walsh playing to the 4-foot once again. Looking to sneak that rock in. Right behind those top guards. Out count the back yellows.
Yeah, I mean, she's found her way to steal the first 3 ends. She wants to keep her going, I guess.
It's working.
Yeah, and it has been. Check up a little lighter. That's what she wants.
Sitting just behind the tee here, I think, or right on the tee. Just behind. Still room to get in there.
It is, that same
Camarena.
path.
Camarena wants to get in there, and she wants to sit right on that pin, right on the center pin. Makes it hard to remove that yellow then.
Those shots are easy to call, aren't they, Chris?
Oh, yeah, we never miss anything back here.
Well, I mean, after a shot like that, you know what you need. Same broom, same speed.
You just watch somebody else do it, you should be able to do it too.
That's how it works, yeah.
Sure.
And if they didn't, that's the skip's fault.
Looking pretty good.
Is it, though?
Ooh, little overcurl. Need to jump that sweep a little higher earlier, but now there's an opportunity to get in there. Again, do you, as Walsh, go for that, or do you guard it? Or peel the yellow?
And then roll under, yeah.
Looks like she's going to play the hit and stick, or slightly roll to the inside.
I like the hit and stick because then it does narrow the doorway or close it off altogether in that same path.
I would agree. little inside roll is okay. You just don't want to push that back on your red one. I think there's no room on that at this point.
And the inside roll.
Actually got a lot of inside roll,
Yeah.
but gonna roll the second count and under that 4-foot line guard a little bit. Outside edge is still available. Follow that same line, they know.
Yeah,
Now that
she's got a second chance at it.
Yep, and with that guard being gone or that close rock being gone, you could possibly put this right on top of that other stone.
Does look more than the first one she threw.
Checks up, but not soon enough. Oh, wow. 2 inches deeper than the other stone, maybe 3.
I'm assuming that was the same broom.
You don't always hit the same exact broom. Love to be able to duplicate a shot or follow somebody's shot exactly the same. Doesn't always work that way.
Well, down the skips rocks in the fourth end. Head of the fourth end break. Camarena with the hammer. Still looking for some points. After 3 straight steals from Sarah Walsh. 2 San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club teams battling it out head to head. It's nice to see. No sweeping on this stone.
Sweeper's looking for the rock, looking at their third. See where they want to go. It's the third one that's swept. It looks like it's going to start slowing down here, so they're going to want to get on this. Don't go too deep here.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Fantastic shot.
Very nice. Well done. No risk of a takeout there. Too many rocks to jam on. Could hurt yourself. Play that draw and try to get right just enough to tap it back and stay touching the 1 foot here. Almost have to cross center
Right.
of that red stone that was just placed on top of it.
Which would be, that's a tall order.
There again. She's got 2 attempts at it. She's got 2 rocks left. Walsh has got 1. There is an opportunity on the other side of the sheet, but she's chosen to draw here. Sweepers are close. Thinking we're going to need something here. Wait for the line to come in a little better.
Starting to move. Does it have the weight?
Oh, that's close. Just a little short.
It was usable for a last shot. Unless they would do something with it.
True. Could be a building block. Walsh puts a guard up here. She's going to kind of take that away from her altogether, and that's what she's looking for. They're holding the broom right up on the sideline of the sheet. There's not much room to the outside of the sheet here. And they're looking to curl 5.5 feet there. With a guard. Mid guard, high guard, short of the house. Just remember to chime in on the live stream if you have any questions or comments. If you're not loud enough or too loud, or if you're boring, stale.
Don't tell us that.
Well, you can tell us that, but
Tell Chris that.
you can tell me that. Constructive criticism. We want to give you a good broadcast here.
All right, Walsh's last stone.
She's over the hog.
Looking like another steal for her unless Camarena can do something.
Yeah, she got a little over curl right at the end there, but I think that seals that off pretty harshly. She's got an opportunity here on the other side. If she plays off her red, off of Walsh's red, maybe able to wick in there. Hitting that stone right there. Taking some time here. 15 minutes left.
While they're thinking, a couple teams have gone into the fourth inning break on sheet D. Yapel versus Bowman. Yapel has scored 3 in the fourth inning to go break the tie and go up 6-3 over Bowman from Grand Forks. And sheet A, Politano versus Kraus. Kraus scored 1 in the fourth to break that tie. It's now 2-1. Kraus over Napolitano. Over Politano, excuse me. Don't need to add any extra syllables.
Looks like Camarena has chosen to draw. We'll try and draw through that court right down to the corner of the 1 foot from the opposite side.
This is what happens when you shave it.
Not much sweeping, a little clean. Do they like it? Or is it off right away?
I think they're going to need to.
Okay, well,
Steal it too.
Walsh is on a stealing binge. 2 more to add to her total of 3. 5-0. Walsh over Camarena now, heading into the fourth inning break with the Battle of the Bay. Well, as they take a break, we'll wait for some other updates as they come in. Looks like we're waiting for the Segovia Swiss Helm match to finish the fourth end. And it looks like Swiss Helm's about to throw her hammer, so we'll have a score there soon. And also a big matchup between Smith out of Denver and Hampton out of Madison. Smith is throwing her hammer, so we'll have updates very soon. Smith is throwing against 2 Hamptons, 3 Hampton, 2 for sure, stones in the house. So she needs, this looks hot. As she comes into the house, she needs to come down and touch the button.
Touch the 1 foot.
And
She
it's
is
sliding
hot.
past.
Wow.
She is looking at a steal of at least 2, or excuse me,
Oh no, 3.
giving up 3 to Hampton.
3 with the biter on top. Wow.
So that was a big, big end.
And Swiss Home should be.
See, it looks like the official put it up. Yeah, so Swiss Home came back in the fourth and scored a deuce. Still down now 6-3 at the fourth end break. And the score put up on the Smith-Hampton rink. Yep, definitely a steal of 3 for Hampton. Now up 9-4 at the fourth end break. So some important games are getting away from at least one rink.
You can see the stat our camera people put up on the screen showing our men's pool A and pool B. With 2 teams tied at 3-1 each, and 1 team at 4-0. Almost guaranteed a tiebreaker somewhere along the way here.
The men have 1 more game at 4 o'clock. 1 more draw at 4 o'clock, and then they'll be done. We'll look at the standings, and we'll know for sure who's going to be in tiebreakers. But Ward from Eau Claire sitting atop pool A at 4-0. Team Wisconsin.
On the women's pool A, you've got Smith 3-0 and Hampton 2-1. And battling right now on sheet F to determine the top team on that pool. Got 3 teams at 2-1 in Pool B. And Politano, Segovia, are they playing each other right now?
Swiss Helm, Segovia.
Swiss Home, Segovia. So one of those will rise to the top. Or there you go. You're moving on the ladder. You're either going up or going down today.
Politano beat Swiss Helm, but they lost to Segovia.
That's really going to mire things up here with those records, because when they go to the tiebreakers, it's going to be the head-to-head seed, and hopefully we're going to see some clearer pictures by the end of the night going into tomorrow.
Sean Tate, the competitor here, is catching up on the stream, probably chillaxing somewhere. No tiebreakers on the men's side. The 2 3-1 teams play each other. So, which would be, I didn't write that down on the men's side.
I don't recall what all the teams on there, but the 3-1s could possibly end up in a tiebreaker.
So I think what he's saying is the 2 3-1 teams play each other and then go on to the gold game, and then the losers would play the bronze game. I could be completely wrong.
We'll see how that shakes out on the 4 o'clock draw. That will be our determining point. We'll know probably around 6:15 how things will shake out on the men's side. And women, on the other hand, we won't know until about 10:30 with their final game this afternoon, or this evening, starting at 8 o'clock.
And either way, if there are tiebreakers at 8 in the morning, we'll be here to cover them, and we'll let you know probably on our Facebook page what the teams will be as soon as possible. And then the semifinals would be 12 o'clock, and the finals would be 4 o'clock. And again, you can come on down if you're in the local area and watch these in person in the comfort of a nice, cushy theater-style seat for $5.
Oh, we're looking for a technical timeout here on our feature game with Walsh and Camarena. Looking to see if that rock is touching the center line. If it's touching the center line, that tick rule once again comes into play. I don't know what the call was there. The official did not say if it was on the line or not. I believe it was not.
She should have probably have given the the indication like, yeah, it's on the center line.
Now, based on where she put her little square, which determines from the 90 degree to the ice, you can have a lot of different visible options. You can stand a little crooked and say, yeah, it's on, but it's not.
Okay, so Sean, I'm glad Sean's on here. The 2 4-0 teams are moving to the playoffs on the men's side, and the winners of the 2 3-1 games move on to the playoffs.
Thank you very much, Sean.
There's also still 1 men's draw to go.
Okay, and second shot for Walsh. Looking to come down. I believe they're going to throw up another guard, similar to their other one on the center line. No, there's definitely not a tick rule on those 2 rocks anymore, but they are still free guard rocks. Still within the first 5 and Fox first 5 played stones in the end. Camarena now, instead of playing to the outside, is going underneath again. Trying to get this strategy to work for her. Some made shots here and executed try and hide behind the red rocks of Walsh. Looks a little hot. Might hang around the back.
Well, but she has 2 in the house.
Yep. Smiles here and there. And Walsh looking to pull into the house behind her guards now. Somewhere, hopefully, in the 4 foot, I believe. Sweepers are working hard on this one. I'm sure they believe it's. Oh, they're saying they think it's got plenty. Three back 8 foot, back 4 here. And now Camarena wants to open this up. Let's be able to see those rocks this time. Don't let those rocks sit there and mess up her game. And there's the turn signal that Dean Gamel was talking about last night. That's the opposite of what you guys were talking about last night.
Yeah.
Pointing the opposite direction of the handle.
Yep. Yeah, to us in Wausau, that's a foreign hand signal for the turn. We would point in the direction we want that rock to curl. That's how I look at it.
Yep, and they actually point the direction to set the handle at in the hack, so they know what turn they're throwing. Both very effective. Just have to have everybody on the same page.
Right.
With the 4th rock in the end for them.
Then you have the skips who just put the broom down and make you figure it out.
Yep. Well, Sarah Walsh is doing that for her team, and they all seem to be looking the same way. When you're standing on the sideline, you're going to throw it to the center, so it's pretty obvious, I think, there.
Yeah, you hope your players aren't asking which turn if she's out on the 12 foot.
Oh, very well placed zone.
I should qualify that, and she wants a draw, or he wants a draw.
Camarena looking for hack weight on this to go to the hack. Not through the house, not quite to the backboard, but even with the hack. Looks like she's got that weight or possibly a little bit more.
Want some curl.
Ooh.
Spills off or backbiter.
4th count stone. Walsh on the first shot of the 3rds. Looking for Maldive guard here. Seems to be a pretty quick path. Not sweeping at all. Not looking to get this deeper. Very nicely done.
Nice touch for sure.
Oh, out of hand. On its own.
She wants to spill that open.
For the 3rd on the Camarena rink. Trying to take out, you see the girls running a little bit harder. Moving a lot faster. Trying to just pick that one out of there and not move anything else.
Oh.
And
a little extra bonus, but
yeah, definitely a bonus. Got the rock off the top of the 4 foot. Gives them an opportunity to draw in on the other side if Walsh doesn't beat him to it.
Exactly.
Seriousness and stern looks you get from the two skips.
But sometimes they flash smiles.
Yep, that's true. Both battling very hard at this point to get their rocks in better positions.
It's coming in nice.
Looks like it's top of the one.
Very.
Camarena's looking to raise her own yellow back into this on a takeout. Tight broom, bigger weight. Give motion to her hand on the shoulder. For takeout. Checking with the stopwatch while she's watching the shot come be delivered.
Angle back. It's very nice.
Well done. And sit shot.
That was a great shot.
So with skips rocks remaining in the fifth end, Camarena is in scoring position currently. Walsh looking to try and draw one in, get around the corner of the guards and get around the corner of that shot rock and touch the 1 foot.
Politano and Kraus blank the fifth end, so it remains Kraus 2, Politano 1. Politano retains the hammer.
Just looking to make their corner here and get around that yellow.
Mandy Hampton now running around on the ice, so she must be feeling really good. And she should. They're up.
Walsh's stone coming in, bending very quickly. Wow, just missed that yellow. What a nice shot.
Pretty exposed, but it was a nice shot.
I think you'd want to try and move that.
So
Camarena's first stone. Probably looking to raise that out to the 8 foot angle across the face of the other's red stone. May leave herself open on that one, but will achieve count. Looks to be throwing approximately back circle to hack based on her broom.
is there a double or no, Chris?
Well, it's tight. I don't think she's got enough weight for the double with that. They're going to have to sweep on this hard because it's moving.
By the first guard.
Gotta get by their yellow. Wow.
Well,
That drove it right back on the other red.
yep.
Need to catch more of an angle on that with maybe a little bit more weight. She had the right broom.
It's merchandise time here at the curling club. I don't know if anyone can hear that on our stream, but interim CEO Dean Gemmel is on the mic, and he's got a big voice promoting some merchandise that is for sale here. And it is very nice merchandise, both Wausau Curling Club merchandise and USA Curling merchandise.
Yeah, it's very nice products.
So if you're interested in any of that, come on down. Especially if you're a club member, because those old-fashioned glasses with our club logo on, Very nice.
Very nice. Wine glasses, beer schooners, engraving on them shows the club logo and our 2023 men's and women's championship logo.
And then we have a variety of sweatshirts, t-shirts. I've seen scarves, all kinds of things. Mittens. What else did I see? Pins.
Yep.
Event pins, club pins.
Event pins, club pins.
There's only a limited number of event pins, that I know. Once they're gone, they're gone. Designed by Jim Wendling. He's a busy man.
Great volunteer for our club and a good coach. Good instructor for youth.
High school coach for Wausau West. He's got a son who's pretty darn good. A
Oh,
daughter who's pretty darn good. National champions. He still has time to make stabilizers and timing desks and scoreboard letters.
And I believe he's the one in charge of etching the glassware.
Those two.
Okay, Camarena with their final shot at the end. Hammer Stone looking to raise her stone or bump hers back to the red stone.
No, on it fast.
Oh, she's throwing the other turn. She's throwing a hit on the red, potential double and roll back in. Makes the hit.
Oh, look at the
Nice.
shot. Look at that
She
shot.
got her one. I think she was looking to maybe bank a 3 there if she gets a little better roll off of that. But a roll good enough for 1. Gets on the board, breaks that skunk. Kills the skunk and moves on.
It was the risk-reward shot, and she almost pulled it off for 3. Instead, she took 1, got on the board. Down 5-1 now. Some more updates we can give you. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yapel from the Chicago Curling Club out of Illinois versus Bowman out of Grand Forks, Dakota. Looks like Bowman came back in the 5th end, scored 3, and that is now tied up 6-6. Back and forth seesaw game. We're also getting an update on the Landon Kono rink. Kono in the 5th end scores 2 more, steals against Landon, leading 8-3 now after 5. Couple more updates. Here goes a score on the Smith-Hampton game. Oh, and Hampton comes with another steal. Now 10-4 over Smith. So Smith coming in at undefeated 3-0 against Mandy Hampton 2-1. It looks like now, the way it sits, they might be tied at the top of the standings. Score change on the Segovia Swiss Helm game. Segovia scored in the 5th, a deuce. Now up 8-3 against Ann Swiss Helm from Detroit. It's a score that, you know, truthfully, I guess I'm not shocked because Segovia is playing great. So that's awesome. Houston.
Tough score to come back from, though.
Houston, we do not have a problem. How do you like that one, Chris?
Well, I think you got a problem. You know, the scoreboard's getting a little away there. A couple of these games getting a little more lopsided.
Ann has a little bit of a problem. Smith from Denver has a little bit of a problem. Lisa Landon has a little bit of a problem.
Could be in trouble.
Yeah.
And back to our feature game. Walsh 5, Camarena 1 after 6. Camarena scoring, breaking her 0 score there, getting on the board. Going to see some change up in strategy here, I believe. I draw one to the 1 foot here under cover. The red and yellow stones. Walsh looking to duplicate the same with her second stone of the end. Lead second rock coming down the ice. The sweepers are looking for a little guidance from the skip. Keep looking at the rock. Don't think it quite needs it yet. Sweepers just want to sweep, and need a little bit more curl. But it ends up second count, touching the yellow rock, not quite moving it off the 1 foot. Camarena looking to draw down in there also again. There's seconds first stone. So he's sweeping to try and get it curled just a little bit. Now trying to get some more distance out of it, looks like. Right down to that red stone, and hopefully to the inside of it. Nose hit back, and sitting 2. 2 yellow, and 1 red. And Sarah Walsh calls for a hit on the yellow. Possibly looking for a double here, or a hit and roll inside. Sweeper is looking for guidance, and a sweep is called. And the hit inside, the roll, touched the other stone, but rolls out. An attempt at the double. There's Camarena looking at having 1 yellow in the house, and we'll try and draw in the top of the 4 here again. Get underneath that cover. Definitely a difference in position now with Camarena without the hammer.
I was just going to mention that. It's like after 5 ends.
Yeah, switching up with a hammer, non-hammer, gives you a different perspective in a real hurry of where their strengths are in these teams. Walsh is definitely very good at stealing without the hammer, and Camarena, once she broke that goose egg on the scoreboard, has it seems to have reinvigorated her team and been making a lot more shots. Walsh with the last of the second stones. Looking to draw in here, I believe. Sweepers are thinking it's right around the right weight. Really looking at line. Ooh, a little heavy. But move the yellow rock off. Eliminates that from scoring. Camarena looking for the light hit roll to the inside. Similar to the shot that Walsh just accomplished.
You know, talk a little strategy, Chris. It's the 6th end. What about the even numbers?
Well, you want to score you want to be scoring in the even numbers, or have hammer for the even numbers. So when you come down and having hammer, you might be able to give away 1 here if you're Walsh. Have hammer in the 7th, you can blank the 7th and come back strong, holding your lead. Depends on how aggressive you want to be.
As the team leading.
Definitely. Well, at this point, Camarena's got to get a little aggressive, try and get some rocks in play. They've been doing a good job this end. They've been 1 or 2, scoring 1 or 2 throughout the end. Just need to figure out how to get them there. Looks like Walsh is going to play the freeze right down on top of these. The sweepers are working hard to get that rock there, but it looks like it's going to be right where they want it. Now Camarena is going to try and come down freeze to the corner of that stone so she can hopefully hit it with her stone and move that red rock.
Classic setup shot.
Might not always look for success with this shot, but you might be looking 2 shots or 3 shots ahead, what you might be left with, or what you might have been able to set up ahead of time. I think that one over broke.
It did. It's going to tap that up and nestle it.
That's unfortunate for Camarena's team.
Well, that was the
Wedge.
risk.
Yep, that wedges that stone in there. She knows it was a good shot, but it didn't give them the result they were looking for. By tapping that back, it makes it even harder to get that red rock out of there.
Well, she was calling basically corner freeze, and freeze is one of the hardest shots in curling. Perfect freeze.
Yep, that is true. Walsh's shot glances the yellow in the back, unlocks those rocks a little. Not enough to really get the red in a position to move it. I believe Camarena's going to try and come down right on the pin and corner freeze that red rock. Oh, stolen. Good opportunity here. She gets in there. I don't know that Walsh has got an opportunity to get her out of there. But she'll have to be touching the pin, the center of the house, right on the intersection of the tee line at center line, right on the edge of that curling stone, red curling stone in the middle.
There might be an inch you can push red back. Not much.
Working hard.
It's coming in. They're off of it.
Maybe just a touch of oversweep there. Move that red rock back, yeah, about an inch. Good call there, Steve. But it opens up the pin, and now if you're Walsh, you want to be there. You want to be right on top of that yellow, right there where she had her broom.
As long as they're giving it to you, might as well take it.
Well, you got hammer, and if you can get your 2 locked in there right now, that makes it really tough on Camarena to get yours out. Because if you can lock that corner to corner, they really are not going to be able to get those stones.
No, there's a big wall behind there.
But you can see the change in strategy here. Definitely, there's a lot more yellow rocks in play.
Well, understandable.
And Sarah Walsh, first of 2 stones here. 5-1 lead, sitting one. Looking to draw right down in the pin. Lock up her chances of scoring some points here if she can score another single or deuce. Could put him in a rough position. Oh.
Checking up a little.
Well, that opportunity's still there to get to the pin for the 1. Camarena might be able to pull around that one that Walsh just threw.
Steal would be great for her.
The line is there. I played really tight on the one that Walsh just threw.
I think you do need, sorry, Chrissy, I think you do need to sit on red and not that yellow rock sitting there. You do need to get over there.
Well, if they get by the one that Walsh threw and they sit just inside that yellow,
Here comes.
the back yellow, they need it to go.
Whoa,
She got just a little bit
yeah,
of a slide over.
She did.
Just that little inside hit. Boy, that sure didn't look like it was going to do anything but sit straight, but it got just enough to kick over.
Yeah.
And they're looking hard, but I give it yellow at this point.
I would too.
How is that? A lot of rocks in the center there.
You
7
know,
stones touching the red.
red's behind T line, and you know, on this view, below center.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it's off to the side of the center line too. I guess they're both about the same distance from the center line. Yellow might be actually a little farther from the center line, but it's closer to the tee.
Yeah, I mean it's third over the tee.
Wow.
Almost a half.
And Walsh has chosen to change the turn. Come from the other side. Or not.
They're looking again. Oh,
She just threw it away.
yeah.
Okay. Are we calling for a measure? Nope, we didn't even get a measure.
No.
I believe it's yellow. Walsh chose to throw her last stone away and give up the one without damaging herself too badly there.
So a few updates. Politano from Ardsley versus Kraus from Duluth, Minnesota. Politano scored 2 in the 6th to go up now, 3-2 over Kraus. So finally taking the lead.
Walsh and Camarena 5-2. With Camarena stealing 1 in the 6th. Walsh looking to hang on to the hammer.
So Shoesmith versus Lagasse. Shoesmith in the 6th end scores 1. Still trails. Oh, yeah, sorry. Finger in the wrong place. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Landon versus Kono. Landon scores 1 in the 6th. Still trailing Kono from Seattle, 8-4.
Feature game, Camarena threw up a center guard, tight to the house. Walsh is looking to put up a corner guard off to the right.
In the Smith-Hampton game, Smith had the hammer, looking to score some points. Only got 1. It's now down 10-5 after 6 to Mandy Hampton in Wisconsin Madison Curling Club rink. Not sure if I mentioned this, but the Yapel Bowman rink out of Dakota, they were tied after 5. Now after 6, Bowman scored 2, now up 8-6 over Yapel and the Chicago Curling Club out of Illinois. A little bit of an update on Sheet C, Segovia versus Swiss Helm. Segovia out to a commanding lead, but Ann came back with 3 in the 6th. Now only down 2, so it's 8-6.
Well, we got a game over there now.
Yeah.
Don't count anybody out. Camarena in the feature game has put up 2 guards on the center. Walsh has a long guard on the corner and looking to come around that corner and come to the house. Looks like they're going to accomplish that. Might be a little deep here. Oh, nicely done. T-weight. Ooh, almost slips through. Ice is getting a little faster. Looks to be.
A lot of little babies in the stands. Kind of nice
All
to see.
over, yes. Might hear them in the background.
Looking cute as buttons.
Until they start making a lot of noise.
Well, then they're really cute.
Looks like a third guard here.
Well, for those of you who are joining us, most games are in the 7th end. Welcome to the 2023 USA Curling Club National Championship from the Wausau Curling Center, Wausau, Wisconsin. Glad to have you here. Stay with us for the final 2 ends of the women's draw. A lot of close games. We'll keep you updated. If there's one you're interested in, put it up in the chat. Just tell us where you're from.
Streaming sheet, Camarena's triple guard to the top of the house. Walsh's third stone at the end. Looking to double or give some granite here. Open things up. Split one off to the side and one through the house. Open up the center line. Camarena looking to draw that center guard again. Or possibly slip behind the double guard on the right, red and yellow. Sweepers are on it hard. Trying to get around there. Looks like they might get by. Oh, little rub. It spun to the top of the house, didn't change the path of the stone a lot. It did take some speed off. Sarah Walsh looking at another hit combination. She's just going to try and pick the one out. And, hand to the stomach, looks like that's her weight call. I assume a board weight or a little better. Especially trying to roll undercover.
Trying to boot to curl.
Just outside. As Bob Euchre would say, just a bit outside.
There's our euchre.
Well, it's Wisconsin. You got to bring them in somewhere. You know, it is the 7th inning stretch. You would
True.
be singing right now.
True, and standing.
And drinking a little beer.
Yeah.
We'll leave that for the players to do after they get off the ice.
Some people might have had too much last night. St. Patrick's Day on a Friday. Doesn't happen very often.
No, not very often. Well, the Camarena rink makes a tap back here. 7-2. I believe they're out counting it Redstone. Second shot. So Walsh looking to take this top one out. Get a roll off to the side, possibly pull a double. Second stone. Just not gonna miss this one. Ring lighter up on the top.
There's a good shot of the online ice official being stealthy. Try to obviously fit in like part of the woodwork until they're needed.
Yeah, it's a thankless job being an official for the. You need the officials, you need timers, you need on-ice officials and ice officials. You need somebody to run the whole show. Head ice officials. Lots of volunteers. And they do a fantastic job. Officiating in curling is, you hope you don't need them, but at times you do. Whether it be a measurement or a rules violation, now with the tick rule or a hog line violation. Those are some of the more utilized times of officials, but
Measures.
Walsh's shot here, coming down and just into the 4.
Walsh's team is executing very well. I think statistically they're not missing much.
Oh, that takeout was just a erroneous stone. Camarena looking to duplicate Walsh's shot, just get a little bit inside that stone and sit next to it or just behind it, I believe. Her first of 2, looking to try and steal another end. Duplicating what Walsh did early in the game. Time difference between the two, 5:11 to 8:20. Walsh's team has a lot of time left. Camarena's is getting a little tighter, but still over the 4 minutes per end. Usually need at least 4 minutes to play an end. Can do it with less, but it makes it tough. Here she goes in that same pocket. Who's going to be count? Ooh. Walsh retains count. Still a good effort. Got to the top of the 4. Has another shot to potentially advance that. Walsh is saying, well, what do you want to do here? Because we've got count. Maybe the bigger question she's asking is, what is Camarena going to do if we do something here?
Exactly.
Sometimes you have to think about what the other skip is going to do if you do a certain move. Draw to a certain spot, take something out.
If we do this, they're
What do
probably
they
going to
have?
do that.
Yep.
Then what do we do? All teams still playing the 7th end.
Taking a lot of room here. I think she's looking to cover that up. She's looking for a guard. Top circle, yep. Or in some debris on the ice right where she wants to stop the rock. Almost playing as if she had not had the hammer. with this guard. Protecting the one she has, and let Camarena work hard for her points.
See Dean Gemmel picking up his backpack and heading off. For those on the live stream, he'll be doing a town hall meeting from the Wausau Curling Center in about 10 minutes, I believe. So there's a link at the
About 2 o'clock.
yeah, 2 o'clock Central. There's a link, I'm sure, at the USA Curling website or on their Facebook page. Dean's been doing a lot of town hall meetings, which is great.
Yeah, Walsh calls timeout here to discuss with her team. What would you think you want to do? What's our best opportunities?
We got our first update on Politano Kraus. 7th end, Kraus scores 3 to go up 4-3 over Politano. Now Politano will have the hammer in the 8th, looking to score 2. I said scoring 3, they scored 2, so it's 4-3.
4-3.
But they only scored 2.
Walsh plays the guard very high, but puts it where she needs it. Close the hole up. Camarena play a different shot. Smart play by Walsh. She changed her turn to throw that guard because she had a little bit more opening coming the other way. Didn't run the risk of running into the house or opening that port up. Keeping it sealed, protecting her stone.
So on sheet D, the Yapel-Bowman matchup. Bowman was holding on to a 2-point lead, 8-6, but Yapel scored 1 in the 7th, so now it's a 1-point game. But the hammer will go to Bowman. So Yapel's going to have to steal their way to either a tie or a victory.
Camarena throwing her last stone. Looks to be trying to raise her yellow. Back into her other yellow. Ooh. Slight over curl and just missed that raise. Made the raise, just missed the object stone in the middle. So Walsh with her hammer stone, sitting 1, has an opportunity to draw for 2. Depending on what she chooses to do, she may follow her guard. Try to go through that small port.
Looks like Segovia threw her last rock through. Now they'll be measuring in the Segovia Swiss Helm game. Measuring for 1, I believe. We'll get an indication of their score as soon as that pops up.
Official headed out to the ice here.
Yes. The Smith Hampton rink, there's an update. Mandy Hampton had the hammer.
Handshakes there.
And scored 3. So now it is 12-5, and they are done. No eighth end. So those two are now tied at the top of the standings at 3-1.
Sarah Walsh delivering her hammer stone here, trying to draw around the long guard she left. Trying to get to the house. Super say up, it's not going to get there. Curling off too far. We're going to take our one and be happy.
Oh, I see. It's not a measure. It's going to be a triangulation, I believe. It's who's closest to the pin.
So the Walsh rink scores 1 to go up 6-2 after 7. So the official is on sheet C.
Still visually.
Oh, that is a heck of a shot.
If we do an overhead on
Sheet C.
sheet C far, you can see what we're looking at as they take a break here before they start the eighth on our feature.
Cameraman, you with us?
Oh, there it
Oh,
goes.
never mind.
So I don't know what the ruling was. We'll find out. That was Segovia and Swiss Helm. And the point goes to Segovia. So Segovia extends the lead.
Walsh's first stone played to the top of the 12. Camarena comes up to their first stone, call for corner guard. Sweepers feel it's good. Not doing much here. Early in the end, late in the game. And Rock goes in the house. Not quite what she was looking for. Walsh is going to probably play a take. Her hand to the belly, that's her weight call. We've seen before.
Randy Brandner commenting again about the ice conditions looking great, and they are great. No complaints about the ice whatsoever. Very fast ice, very swingy ice. And the Hampton rink comes off the ice happy. Good rebound for Hampton after pulling herself out of last night's game. Her only loss was to the host club here, Landon.
Early struggles before she left the game. Camarena's second rock of the end. Coming down looking to possibly throw up that corner they missed last time by sliding in the house. Walsh's stone missed. That gives them an opportunity to pull another one in the house. The weight of the stone was just a little bit more than they were looking for again. Walsh is tapping her shoulder. She's looking for a takeout. Probably a double on this. Showing her where she wants to hit it. Seconds for stone, looking for a takeout here. This one's moving a lot more than the first one. Pick the one and slide over the top. Leaving yellow at count. Camarena needs 4 to tie, 5 to win. The 8th end here.
You know, I think in saying that, I think we're going to switch coverage. I'm going to make a in-game decision, switch coverage and go over to sheet A and pick up the Napolitano-Kraus game. It's a 1-point game. Napolitano is down with the hammer, needing to score 2 to win. It's an important game as she sits 2-1, tied with Swiss Helmet 2-1, and Segovia 2-1. It looks like they're going to go to 3-1.
Nice draw to the back of the 4, touching the 1.
There we go.
We switched over.
That's the Kraus team from Duluth in the tie-dye. And the Napolitano. Catch that in my hand, I think. Napolitano rink out of Ardsley. The at-large bid. Thanks, guys, for switching this over. Bill Stopera will be very happy with me, even though right now he looks very not happy sitting there in his chair. Very stoic. Doing his coaching duties, of course. So Napolitano is red. Kraus is yellow. Kraus is sitting 2 in the house right now.
Napolitano's thirds first stone. He's looking for a hit here at the speed of the sweepers. And you can actually hear him screaming out there.
Yes, you can.
They're looking for a little bit better hit than that, but they did clear off the guard, so that it's a clear run in next time. A lot of opportunity for both teams at this point. The way the house is set up. Just depends on who can beat who to pin. And what gets jostled around, moved around.
For those tuning in, we've switched coverage now to our secondary coverage. Napolitano out of Ardsley, an at-large bid, versus Kraus from Duluth, the Minnesota entrant. Kraus is playing spoiler here. Napolitano is looking to stay at the top of the standings. They're 2-1. They're down in the 8th by 1 with the hammer. But Kraus is sitting 2 in the house.
It's a pretty well placed stone. It got a little bit of a guard there and keeps things definitely interesting for a hit on top of that. Hard to remove all the rocks you're trying to remove. You're going to remove something, but not the object stone, I don't think. Got an opportunity here. Play a couple different shots. Play off the number 1 count. Maybe slide into the 2nd count. Maybe the back side of the 2nd count. Or just underneath it. That's what they're looking for, is a little inside hit here on the yellow. Count stone, pretty well exposed at this point. Change the broom, set up the delivery. sweeping pretty hard.
They are.
Oh, they're in there.
Well, that's not horrible.
Not a bad result. They got the second count out of that. Removed second count. Second count yellow and became second count red.
Yeah, I mean, there looks like they're 3 and 4 with the doubles there.
Oh, I think there's 3 there. Is that second count in the back? Red's second count in the back. Yellow is third, so first and third.
They're close for 3 or third is, I guess.
Kraus is first at 2. Looks like they're going to do the similar shot.
Big tuck. Keeping it straight, sweeping for straight. And did it.
Wow.
And
And an essential double. Look at the yellow it's in the house now. Holy mackerel.
added bonus there on that roll.
Yep, getting that biter out of there. Give you an opportunity for a bunch more. Politano first at 2. Plenty of,
Yeah, 2 shots to do it.
plenty of time left on the clock. 3 minutes for each team. She, I believe, needs to make the hit and a roll under center to help protect herself. She does have hammer, but if she leaves herself wide open, it's going to be an exchange.
They're hammering it hard. Both sweepers. What's it gonna be? A hit and a roll.
Have the roll under center, and
That's a great
teeth.
shot.
now if it's 2 red,
What do you do, Chris?
what do you do as yellow? You got to figure out something on the other side of this house because you got to get in there. Don't. Trying to see what else is on that side of it. Wow. She's going to straight up draw it back and pick that one off the 4-foot and graze the other one. You could be sitting 2 or more. They're looking at it. There's the shot now. When you look at the overhead, they're seeing it. It's there. How gutsy do you want to play this? If you play this back right, and you get that, you're looking golden going into the because Politano's got to score 1. You've got them in a situation where they have 2 already. You need to either eliminate their stones with your yellow, or get in a better scoring position. She obviously saw the shot we were seeing.
You talked her into it.
Yeah. Sometimes that mental imagery does telecast through glass.
Yeah.
I don't think it happens. I think sometimes, but she was on her way down to throw the shot,
Mm-hmm.
and turned around, came back. Somebody saw something.
Oh, and
He's here too.
here it comes.
Krause's rock in play, looking for that hit, risking the oversweep.
They're on it.
Need to
Does
get
she
pretty
like it?
close to a nose
Kraus
hit
is giving
here.
body language.
Pretty close to a nose hit. Not quite.
Oh.
But does lock up second count right now.
But
But left their shot wide open to be picked out of there. And if Politano picks this, They could
3.
turn the table and get 3. All they need is 2.
All they need is 2 to win.
They just need to move that rock. See if they do it.
Well, Kraus had a chance.
Oh. Not too happy on the Kraus side right now, even though they are in a catbird seat. They could be removed quickly. Tunnel throws her hammerstone. Good play. Sweepers are at the ready.
No touch. Now are they going? Going for curl.
Just have to get it out of the
And it's a nose.
for
And a
3. 2.
Beautiful shot
2 for sure. Game is over.
for the win. And there's handshakes on the Swiss Helm Segovia game too, so we'll see what's happened there.
Everything closing up here right at the end.
But Napolitano coming from behind to win over Kraus from Duluth, Minnesota. Napolitano will move to 3-1.
We'll get you some Neapolitan ice cream for the next time you're on the ice.
I'll remember it for sure then.
Yep.
And Swiss Helm scores a single with her hammer. And so Segovia out of the Houston Curling Club wins 9-7 over Ann Swisshelm. So Ann Swisshelm, who was 2-1, will now drop to 2-2. Walsh was 1-2. Camarena won 1-2. So where that game is the only one left. Kraus will be 2-2. Segovia 3-1, tied with Politano. Great curling here in the women's side.
Some really nice shot making and shot calling. Unbelievable turn of events here on this last end for Politano and Kraus.
You know, a great game by Kraus. I mean, they were in some tough games, and they came out today and battled a really good team out of Ardsley.
Yes,
A
they
young
did.
team too. You know, Bill Stopera is coaching that team, and his daughter plays on that team.
I believe that his son Andrew might be in the facility.
Perhaps. Andrew's a high-level curler, junior curler.
We have him sit in on the broadcast here, possibly.
But so as we wrap up draw 8 today, we want to thank you for joining us from the 2023 USA Curling Club National Championships. Some great curling here on the women's side. We'll be back again at 4 o'clock for a men's draw, and then one more final women's draw at 8. So
8
still
p.m.
a lot of curling action. Those are all central times. If you're in the area, come on down and join us. But until then, I'm Steve O'Keefe, and
Chris Horick,
we thank you. See you later.
thank you.